Hi, this is Andy from Make Me a DJ. Today I'm going to be going into part 3 of the Oldschool Rave breaks tutorial. This part will be going into the sublines for the track. So first I'm just going to break these down for you. Got 2 separate sublines. First is just programmed on the kick, and one in between, just to have that groove. And the second one is more moving, pitch drop kind of bass line, similar to like an 808 kind of vibe. So the first thing that we want to do really is find out what key your kick is in. So if we head over to the audio effects section, let's add the tuner. Let's just look roughly where it's hitting. So it's around A flat. So we kind of want to work around that a little bit. Let's add our first operator. So let's insert a new MIDI track, add operator from the instruments. Let's double click and insert a new MIDI clip. So for this subline I found that G sharp or A flat works best. And I'm just going to pitch it down using the synth transposition. Just going to go down a couple of octaves. So that's it for the first synth, really simple. The next one we're going to open up in another operator. This one we're going to go into the settings a little bit more, so let's just play some tones. Let's add some pitch envelope, so if we bring that all the way up to 100%, go into the ADSR settings in there. And let's just give it a little bit of extra decay. So it's going to drop for a little bit longer, and then let's add a bit of release because we're going to add that to the operator itself. And let's choose what peak pitch we're actually going to drop from. So I've brought it down to +6 there, just until it sounds right with the notes that you've put in. So we're going to program in the notes now. We're going to go with G sharp again, or A flat, and the last note is going to be an F. Again, we can either move the notes down in the MIDI clip, or we can go into the synths transposition and bring it down a little bit, just to get it to that subline. That seems to flow quite nicely. Finally, I'm just going to introduce operator B a little bit. So let's just turn the level up. Let's also copy the envelope from A as well. Doing that's going to add some harmonics to the sound a little bit, just a little bit of grit and warmth to it. And then when we play them together, they interact quite nicely. They bounce off each other a little bit. We might want to add some sidechain or whatever just to clear that low end, but we're not going to get into that this session. Part 4 of this series, we're going to go into the synth line for this. If you found these series helpful, feel free to book in a one-to-one session with myself. You can either come down to our studios in Manchester, or if you're a little bit further afield, book in a Zoom session.